Newt Gingrich's announcement today that he is officially running for president actually gets us a declared candidate, an officially declared candidate here in the caucus cycle. That's something that Iowans have been waiting for a while. The caucus cycle is getting started a little bit later than usual. One thing about Gingrich is that he announced sort of a quasi-exploratory phase with a web and sort of a web fundraising effort. By actually going officially into the presidential race without any sort of exploratory in the middle, it gives him the opportunity to let voters know that he really is serious about running for president. I think that's one thing that people have had a question about here in Iowa. He has come close to running for president in the past, has not pulled the trigger, and so this gives him an opportunity to tell people, and including donors who may be hanging back, that this is really his official run, that he really is serious. Newt Gingrich is trying to position himself as the idea candidate, somebody who has actually thought through some detailed solutions to questions that are facing the country. That is a large part of his appeal, but he does not start in Iowa as the front runner. If you look at early polls, which mostly are measures of really name ID, Newt Gingrich is well known among Iowa Republicans, but he does not rise to the absolute top of polls. Usually Mitt Romney and Mike Huckabee are ahead of him. However, neither Mitt Romney nor Mike Huckabee have really established a major campaign operation in Iowa yet. Mitt Romney makes his first appearance here in Iowa later in the month, and so Gingrich is ahead of those two as far as actually establishing a campaign in Iowa. I think one of the things about Newt Gingrich also is that he's made it pretty clear that he is going to run in Iowa as well as all of the other states, early states. He's not picking and choosing which states to run in, which not to run in. And that means that really effectively it means that he has to do well here in Iowa in order to be able to have the momentum and fundraising to go on to later states. Some candidates, like perhaps a Mitt Romney, for example, can survive a little bit of a stumble in some of the early states and still have enough of his own financing to get him over the hump into states where he might do better. Newt Gingrich probably isn't going to be in that position, so he does have to put a lot of emphasis on Iowa, New Hampshire, South Carolina, and other early states.